All right, everyone. All right, everyone. Broadcast ready. I am ready. Let me turn on the sound for you. It seems to all be kicking off. All kicking off right now in Southampton. I was watching this earlier as I was getting back from the gym and eating my dinner. As you can see, there is currently a police clash down a specific road in Southampton. I believe it's near the police station. There seems to be a crowd of at least 1,000 or so distinguished English gentlemen and ladies facing off against a line of riot police with their riot shields raised in the air. They've had missiles, bricks, and all sorts thrown at them. They're currently holding the line. There's a police helicopter in the air. If you can see in the top, if you see that little speck in the top left in the middle of the sky, there's a police helicopter. It's all going on. It's all going on. So I figured I'd just go live and we can watch this together. Because why not? I was just going to sit here and watch this anyway. So why the hell not? Let's watch along, see what happens. I'm hoping it doesn't get too violent. But they've already pushed the lines. The battle lines have gone backwards and forwards a few times now. The riot police did move forward, but they sort of overextended and sort of underestimated the power of this line of rowdy Englishmen, and they were pushed back before we went live, much earlier in the stream. Hang on, let me see if I can drag it back because it's currently a bit more relaxed. But no, they started the stream. The stream started with a protest out the front of the Southampton police station. Tommy Robinson was there. Who else was there? Posey Parker, the feminist lady, she was there. And then, after a while, the protest began moving throughout the town. Where did I see this? There was a point which they were chasing some riot police down the road. Let me see if I can find it. At some point, I saw them. They were going through a residential area, like throwing bricks at riot police. They were sort of following them down the road, throwing bricks at them. But no, look, this is where the police line was. It was at the end of the road. But it slowly began to move back as their lines were forced into a retreat. And then, what was it? Then there was a sort of... I think this is where it began. Some more riot police tried to join. And then I believe they were chased down the road. And look, here you go. Here are the bins being thrown. Again, this isn't fake news. People were chasing riot police down the road, throwing bins. Look at it. Look at it. It was real. This was happening. I was watching this in awe. It's not quite on the level of the Southport stuff yet, but the energy is there. I don't know whether or not they're going to have be able to continue that energy on forwards and actually cause anything to change. I reckon there'll be mass arrests shortly in the evening. But look, this is where the line was. They pushed back even further, and now if we go live, see, look at that. A flare's been thrown. Oh gosh. It's all kicking off. It's all kicking off. Yeah, so many people are watching it right now, but I figured instead of me just sort of sitting there lolling about, I'd crack open a beer and hang out with you guys and watch it. The usual suspects. I suppose that, well, if at this point it's a lot of angry white British guys. It's about 100% white in the crowd. They're all very, very angry people. And I've been watching it. Now I'm just sort of waiting for something else to happen. I believe the police are waiting for reinforcements. They've grabbed a couple of guys already for arrests, but at the moment it's just sort of a crowd waiting in anticipation for something. Although this is kind of dumb. Look, again, people are still throwing missiles. People are still being cocky and walking up to the police line. One of them is going to get grabbed soon. But the moment one of them is grabbed, I think they'll surge forward and do a counter-attack. Of course, look. Of course it's gonna spark another crackdown. Of course it is. That's exactly who Starmer is. His tactic is to let these things happen, use them as an excuse to become more authoritarian. The police are going to get more powers. He's going to call this all far-right nonsense. Tomorrow, you'll see him do a statement. Even this evening, he'd probably do a statement and go, these far-right dogs don't represent you, blah, 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 even though this is just a microcosm of how the entire country is feeling. I would like to come out and say I do not personally endorse any form of violent rioting or violence in any kind against police. I am merely watching this stream on the UK Sploosh YouTube channel, which is so kindly live streaming this for us. Oh, doing some rude gestures there. These people, they're all going to get arrested. Oh, he mooned him. He mooned the police. Oh, gosh. He's getting arrested. 2 years in prison. These people, look, the social credit score may not already exist, but it might as well do. And these guys are losing. They're in social credit score minus right now. It's all going downhill. All going downhill.
He went away. He's got some tissue. He's come back again. Watch out.
Oh, another brick thrown. 2 bricks thrown.
He needs to come this way a little bit. Holy shit.
Right-wing artillery. Brick lobbing.
Hey, why? That missed him by about a foot.
Again, I do not condone anything that's happening here, but this is clearly symptomatic of how the wider country is feeling. I think saying any less would be gaslighting you, and I don't want to gaslight you, but they are indeed representing how a large majority of the country is feeling.
You keep bagging me like this. Sorry. With your giant backpack.
Yeah, if the police surge forward, many of them are going to get nabbed. 2 years in prison, 3 years in prison. It's all going to kick off. Oh, the bricks are becoming more numerous. They do realise that there's a helicopter just taking high-resolution images of all these people throwing bricks.
But it's pretty close. Well, it ain't fucking Manchester either, is it? Or London. No, Manchester was tame compared to this.
Yeah, 2 years in prison for showing your ass to the cops. Yes.
They filled a bin with water.
The problem is, with these, the sad thing is, these bins are annoying to get a hold of. So the people who are losing their bins to the violence here are going to be really annoyed. The local library is going to have a queue of people looking for new wheelie bins that haven't been destroyed by impact upon an officer's riot shield or head. It's been quite violent, if I'm honest, James. There's been quite a peaceful one outside the front of the HQ, the police HQ in Southampton. However, this lot here are the ones who are doing a bit more of the violence. They chased police down and are now confronting them in a skirmish line. I hate the state of this country too, but this is where it is. English people have been ignored for so long, they are willing to throw their lives away in these violent protests in order to voice their discontent. We're very lucky we don't live in a third world country. Otherwise, there'd be a lot more things on fire and a lot more people dying right now. Luckily, the British people are usually sensible. Even through these violent protests, they don't take things too far. They don't kill people. I don't think that a British crowd has lynched anyone in a very long time. Hashtag bin lives matter. If this spiraled out of control into major riots in every city, I would consider fleeing, but probably not. I probably wouldn't flee. My job as the production operator for the podcast would probably keep me out of loyalty to the country. I feel like my duty would be to make sure our podcast goes live and that we can report on what's happening. I would not want to flee. Yeah, Julian, the bin men break our bins as well. It's quite frustrating. Oh, more missiles being thrown. You know what I also fear for? I fear for the amount of camera equipment being held up and bashed around right now. A lot of these journalists are going to get battered by the police when they charge. Although the police don't have numbers to charge. They're going to need 3 times as many officers to charge this amount of people. There's just simply too many people. I think what they're doing right now is trying to wait out the energy, let the adrenaline of these guys disintegrate or dissipate. Thwown. I am drinking a Ottakrinja Wien Special Austrian beer. One of my last beers I brought back from Austria right now. Ice cold. Delicious. Delicious. Delicious lager. After that, I've got a Vimto energy drink to perk me back up. Chanting started. Oh, okay. The guy is explaining now. They are currently outside the residence of the Digwa family. That's where the protest has got. So they've marched across the town from the police station to the Digwa family residence. That's insane. Okay, they were actually trying to do some mob justice. I do have a license for that beer. It's called Being Over the Age of 16. Oh, that was 10 years ago. I was 16 10 years ago. Oh, gosh. I still remember when I had my first beer, although it was technically a Kopparberg cider. Very long time ago. I picked it up off a family barbecue's shelf thinking it was like a can of Coke. Drank half of it and went, oh, my head's gone weird. Things are truly going to kick off when there are riots in most cities. So, if anyone remembers the London riots, I can't... why did the London riots happen? I can't remember why the London riots happened. But when the massive London riot, I think it was in 2012, those were nuts. Those were pretty rubbish. Those were pretty... although, to be fair, all they did was cause more authoritarianism in our establishment to arise. Yeah, showing up to Digwa's home, I mean, what are you going to do? They're in prison or definitely away from this area. It would be very silly for them to still be inside their home. Regardless of whether or not they're culpable for crimes or if they're guilty or not. The safest thing for themselves to do would be to get the fuck out. Oh, it wasn't underage. I had my first, that Kopparberg was when I was 16. So, if anything, yeah. 16 is the legal drinking age here. I've been having beers and ciders and pubs and restaurants since I was 16. It's not 21 like America. Although it was funny when I went to Japan with one of my friends who was under the age, and I was ordering alcohol in the bars and the restaurants, and he wasn't allowed to because he was just 1 year below, even though he was 19. It was very funny. It seems to have gone into a bit of a lull now. You should have seen... It was earlier. There was a lot more fireworks. Let's take it back. Let's go and have a look back at the... So they've been at a standstill for a while now. Oh, okay. This right here, this is where he died. This is the spot where Henry Novak was killed. Look, I'm very jealous of you guys in America with your AC units, all right? Very jealous. Every time I hear someone sing the song now, I just hear the AC unit version. I'm very depressed. But no, this is where he died. If you see that horrifying video where he is being handcuffed by the police, it is right here in front of this door. I believe this is the house. That was where he died, at least. What's happening here? This is much earlier in the day when there was other stuff happening. Okay, the chanting's still going on back then. Let's see. Let's go back to the live coverage. I mean, hit the live button. There we go. He's moved over to the right-hand side. Nothing's happened yet. More missiles being thrown. A few more people walking away. The energy is slowly dissipating.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button.
All right. Hopefully. Oh, they've destroyed someone's fence. They've destroyed some people's fences. That's not good. That's not good at all. Well, there's just young women here. That's very dangerous. Your camera's out of focus, mate. Yeah, there was a lot more people at this this particular spot earlier in the day. No, people in balaclavas, that's not a good sign. Yeah, there's a few people walking away now. The energy is dying down. I'd feel very frightened if I lived in one of those houses right now. That'd be awful. Bloody awful. Yeah, the police are waiting for something, or they're waiting for it to dissipate. They're holding a defensive line now. Just like Rorke's Drift. Just the police are evil. Blue boobies? Luna, what are you on about? Blue boobies. I know what the blue booby birds are. I saw those on the David Attenborough documentary. Blue boobies. Are they from James Cameron's Avatar? Oh yeah, I reckon they will do it. They've already captured a few people. They're about. I can see people in the corners there about to throw wooden planks down. Yeah, what are these retards do? No, don't do that, you idiot.
See that? The second that came over, mine went to 300 from 2,700. Tell me that. Why?
No, don't do that.
You're right. 2,200 there. Yeah, sweet. That's perfect.
No, they'll still. No, no, Ryder. They will definitely.
Yeah, mate.
No, random name. They will. They will arrest a lot of people for this. Starmer won't let this go. This is against procedure. The protocols say they can't do this. This is not good. The full force of the law. I will take these people to court, bring them to justice with the full force of the law. Yeah, I'm actually surprised about the amount of women in this crowd, to be honest. It's a good thing, to be honest. It means it's just not just violent men. It means it is actually a proper slice of the British population who are angry. If the women feel as if they can be a part of the protest as well. Again, not condoning anything, GCHQ. I'm not condoning anything. I'm merely watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. Like and or subscribe. That's all right. Thuggery can't be allowed to continue. Oh, I'm going a bit Wallace and Gromit there. Although Starmer feels like a character out of Spitting Image or Wallace and Gromit, to be honest. Maybe that modern Wallace and Gromit that came out recently, like the part 1. Oh, some cheering. Looks like they're throwing pallet wood over the fence on the right there with that more modern looking house with the balconies. This cannot be allowed to continue. Excuse me, this isn't right. You should be protesting peacefully. This is just misinformation. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah, I think this will be the first of many things that happen this summer. Again, all it takes is for one of these events to happen to kick off. We saw that with Southport. That was a lot of the ice breaking. However, the iceberg was rolled over in the water.
Pinch my nose. All right, it's time for some more procedures to be followed. The far right here can't be allowed to gain a foothold. We must punish them with the full force of the law.
Was that good? Was that a good one? I can practice more of these impressions. Got all evening to do that. The Rent Boy trial. No, that's been surprisingly surprisingly quiet. It does look like some people have been injured. Yes, definitely a sign of good luck. Although, of course, as I always say, it's what's on the inside that counts. Size doesn't matter. Yeah, I did see someone with bleeding from the head earlier. I think there's been some accidental friendly fire. A lot of the things were bouncing off the riot shields earlier, especially when this cameraman was at the front of the line. Randy. Mr. Randy. I'm not sure there's any way I can assign nicknames in the chat. This isn't Discord. Alright. What's happening here? Yeah, that building in the right-hand side, it goes against all sense of British normal architecture. The stuff on the left is post-war, definitely, but it's still British. That stuff on the right is just a modern brick. Grey brick of nothingness. Give me a little sandstone cottage in the middle of the Cotswolds over this any day. Doesn't even have to be big. Only needs a couple of rooms, a kitchen, living space, and a bedroom. Do not need much for myself to be happy. For me to be happy. Well, that's the thing. That's if something was to kick off in the United Kingdom properly, like some kind of civil war. Obviously, I don't condone that. GCHQ. A lot of the people in this country have been made out of shape. They are obese. They are not prepared to do what they might need to do to win a fight. All these people taking photos in front of the cops here. This isn't a good idea. You're going to get fired from your jobs. The police are going to rake you over the coals. Okay, a shower and a bath. That's also bare minimum, right? I do like my baths. Oh, everyone's moving back. Oh, what's happening? Oh, they're throwing a... They're launching... Grand! What did they think was going to happen? Again, not endorsing. I'm not endorsing. Grand. Is why I was lifting weights at the gym today. I am getting in shape myself. I want to lose at least another half a stone before the end of this month, as I'm not going to have much time to get to the gym. So, it's going to be a bit of slower progress over the next month, but that's my goal. Because what happens if a situation occurs when you're in public and you need to run away? Nobody thinks about this. Are you prepared to run away from danger? Are you able to run away from danger properly? Most people in this country are not prepared. And again, I think it's the same for America. There's probably a lot more fitter people in America, but there's still a lot of morbidly obese, unfit people. I think the entire West is suffering from this. A lot of people are just not ready to run away from danger. At a certain point, if you don't get on a treadmill, you're not going to be able to. Yeah, what are these guys doing? No, the wheelie bin isn't going to work, you retard. No, wasted effort. Wasted effort. Yes, that's Grond. 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 It's what the, they named the, Luca was telling me about this the other day. Grond is named after, I think, one of Melkor's demons or pets. Grond, the big wolf head. The wolf head battering ram thing. So yeah, you are correct thinking of the wolf ram from Lord of the Rings. Oh, getting a bit of lag. Well, that might just be my computer. Let's see if I can do this. Hold on. Can I? Is it not going to... Oh, it's a web thing file. God damn it. God damn it, Google Chrome. Stop giving me web BP files. No, you're not going to save as type. Brilliant. No, Google Chrome just isn't working for me. All right.
Make sure you've hit that subscribe button, people. We have gone up to 38,200 subscribers.
Right, come on. Get me a good image of Grond.
Keep hitting that subscribe button. Keep this channel.
Okay, Google Chrome. Oh, it's finally working.
Make sure you're hitting that like button. And while you're there, spam that chat, please. Henry, hashtag Henry if you can. Alright, you alright? Yes, mate, hang on, bear with me.
I was watching you just a minute ago.
Yeah, you alright?
And I thought, well, I'll come down.
Yeah.
I watch you all the time. You and AY.
Appreciate that.
Right.
In the chat or not?
Yeah.
It's quieting down a little bit now.
Andy.
Let's wait for more things to happen.
Andy.
Andy F.
M?
F.
F. Andy F. Andy F. Yeah.
Down here at the police station. Down
Okay.
here. The old Bill. He spilled the whole fucking lot down there. We literally
Next road over, parallel with this one?
No.
Or the one adjacent to it down there, yeah.
There's 3 spans here. And down there.
Is that a new record? 27 viewers. Fantastic.
Down the other side. Right. Literally.
Well, I'm glad people are watching along. I'm waiting for something to happen. We're all waiting for something to happen.
Thank you for letting me know.
Usually I don't do political events, mostly because nothing really ever happens in the evenings. So why are they protesting? Right, Henry Novak. He was stabbed and killed last year by a Sikh man. Vikram Digwa. And the police basically let Henry Novak die by not believing him when he said he was stabbed. Because the brown Sikh man, so what he was, said he had had a racist attack against him, which caused the police to immediately believe him and fail to do the right thing. Oh. YouTube? You right there, YouTube? Let's put that back live. So, what these people are currently doing now, they are basically on the edge of rioting with the police out of anger for the police's lack of care for them being white British. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And the last couple of hours, since 6 o'clock, they have been basically moving up to this point in Southampton. Don't actually know where this is. Lots of people considering becoming Mandalorians. Essentially. Essentially, yes. To be fair, if I was allowed to open carry, I would be right now for my own self-defense. But I'm not. It is against the law. Oh, more wheelie bins. I'm not sure what these guys hope to accomplish here. They're not going to get close enough to actually cause any damage. Oh, there's a fire in the bin. Ah. That's more like Grond this time. Yeah, the British aren't very good at rioting, no. No, they're not. Bit of lag happening now. Shouldn't be. Might just be his connection. The police could be TDSing. This kind of low-level thuggery, though, is what the police train for. So this isn't going to do much to them. No, we're lagging again. Lagging again. Oh, he zoomed in. Anything happening? Anything going to happen? No, just a fire burning. They're just letting it burn from the background. The scouring of Southampton. Oh, there we go. It's catching a light now. Are they going to use a fire extinguisher? Oh, they've got a piddly little fire extinguisher. Will it work? Okay, it has worked. It did work. I'm jealous that you're able to equip yourself with shotguns. Oh, F. Anyone getting Fs in the chat? Anyone getting Fs in the chat? I'm getting a red signal drop right now. No. I'm being DDoSed by the Starmer government. This isn't a false flag, no. Oh, is he bleeding? Oh, he's bleeding. Oh, gosh. Okay, you're fine then. No, I'll go back to being jealous over your Alabama gun rights. Whenever I get over to America, I definitely want to go to a gun range. I want to know what I'm missing. I have done a little bit of shooting in the United Kingdom, but the only thing you're allowed to shoot here is pilly little 0.9 mil. Like tiny little rounds. Yeah, hello to all of my FBI agents and MI6 agents watching. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hello to all you lovely feds. Chat, are any of you feds? Let me know if you're a fed in the chat. If you're a Fed, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Welcome, welcome indeed.
So they've refused that man medical help, even though they've got medics here, and he's got a gouge out the top of his head. And then they spray the public with a fire extinguisher. Got ya. Okay.
They're all a bit pissy because Henry Novak was unjustly left to die by police officers after his murderer cried racist.
God's sake.
Yes, it would. If it's American, if it's the American feds, it would definitely be the CIA. I haven't done clay pigeon shooting yet, Andy. That's something I would like to do, though. I know someone who does it on their land. Very posh guy. He did say he'd take me shooting once, but that was a long time ago. Haven't spoken to him in years. I would very much like to do it, though. Although it is legal to own an air rifle.
That's not the power button, is it? Is that your power button? My power button doesn't look like that.
You can shoot grey squirrels with air rifles in this country. No one's going to complain about a couple of grey squirrels going missing. Total red squirrel domination. Brit Feds, I mean, if it's in defence of their own life or, like, certain situations, I assume they're allowed to take out terrorists. But even then, leftist lawyers are like, "Oh no, you shouldn't have killed the terrorist. You should have peacefully disarmed him with hand-to-hand combat skills. Don't mind the gun he's wielding or the explosives on his strapped to his chest. You should have hand-to-hand defeated him without any deadly force."
Oh no, it's all over the gimbal, people.
Yeah, if they're in charge, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Because there's no one to keep them in check.
I think it's on the lens as well. Mine's 5 hours 46, so that is definitely wrong. I've got fucking fire extinguisher all over my new gimbal.
Yeah, MI5 and MI6 can do whatever the fuck they want.
Do that. Just do that on the top of that. Feel how grainy that is. Yeah.
Only us white British have to follow the British law. Muslims can follow their Sharia law, and everyone else can follow their own religious laws. But because white English Christians, they don't exist. They're not real. They're not real people. It's all fake. They have to follow state authoritarianism, unlike the rest of the people in this country. Or the new Brits, the new British.
Can you hold that for me?
Oh, it's getting dark now.
Same.
What will the police do? Well, there's significantly less people now. People have gone home.
As soon as the dispersal comes in, they're gone.
Oh no, chat! It says you've been disconnected. Oh, successfully reconnected. There we go.
My new gimbal's just been shot up by a fire extinguisher.
Everything is fake and gay. Unlike you guys in chat, you're not fake and gay. You're real and straight, I presume.
He's immune to it. Eating out for a starter.
I know I'm real and straight.
Take a mouthful of it, yeah. Yeah, massive cans they've got over there. Yeah. They use that in France and all. Bastards.
I may be racist, but I am not a liar. I tell the truth. Most of the time, I'm not even really that racist.
What the fuck is that?
Is there something going on? Have they got reinforcements?
Anyone know what that noise is? Is that the old bill? Sounds like a rape alarm, doesn't it? How annoying.
Sounds like a security alarm. I'm not protesting at all. In fact, White Rider, that sounds like projection. Projection to me. Projecting your own protest onto me when there is none. Your comments aren't going through. Yeah, there seems to be some weird disconnection issues, WASD. I keep connecting and disconnecting from my own live chat. It's quite frustrating. But no, if you're new here, like and subscribe. You know the drill. Like and or subscribe. I usually do when things kick off, when there's a big protest or something like that. I do my best to get live on stream when I'm not on holiday, obviously. The evenings is when I can sit, chill, and watch the world burn with you guys in the chat. So please like and subscribe if you want to stick around for more things happening in the world. Especially when we can't go live on our main Low Seaters channel on a whim.
I bet there is. I bet there is.
Let's get it. The sun is setting now. Dusk will be soon. Quite dark where I am as well. I'm at least an hour and a half, 2 hours north of Southampton where I live. This is happening in Southampton, which is a port town on the southern coast. Yeah, YouTube has the uncanny ability to just auto-censorship. So if you start, like, actually fed posting in the chat and, like, swearing, using the N-word, all of that jazz, YouTube will just kick into gear and just ban you automatically and hide your comments. So I warn you not to do it. YouTube is not Rumble. It is not Arena Chat. Just do your best not to break ranks with the terms of service. Yeah, blame YouTube. And I'll only moderate if not to save my own channel, not because you've used a naughty word. So if you use a naughty word and it says I've moderated you out, I haven't done it out of malice for you. It's only to save my own skin in the channel. So please try your best to be civil. All right? Is that fair, chat? Let's be very fair here. Yeah, some of those officers are actually tiny people. You look at the state of them. Why are they letting these guys get so close? You have to fight the censors, yes. Although your help is very much appreciated. Random name, that's a close, that's cutting it close there. That's cutting it real close. That's cut, gee, ooh. Don't condone that one, YouTube, I don't condone it. So this hypo, as you've astutely noticed, this is achieving nothing. All this is doing is aggravating tensions between the right-wing British public and the Starmer government. That's all it's doing. It is not actually achieving anything other than, although it does sort of reinforce to the rest of the country that there is potential in protest for things to change, but this kind of protest, which I don't condone, YouTube, I don't condone it, I'm merely watching, is something that, yeah, isn't going to have the effect it needs unless the pressure valve is completely flipped. Except this, as you said, Ryder, is just being a pressure valve. It is slowly releasing the pressure. They're holding the line. They're not aggravating the people in front. They're not reacting harshly to when bricks are thrown. They're just letting it happen, letting them calm down, letting the people film their content. Yeah, these kind of events are here to let the public let off steam. Yeah, random name with that horrific, like, hieroglyphs you just posted. It says ginger. I didn't even get that in my OBS chat box. It just didn't even show it. Oh, I feel sorry for you in Glasgow then, Andy. I wouldn't want to protest anywhere near communists or those Palestine lot. Look, random name. That's the kind of bigotry we don't need here. Gingers are great, all right? Gingers are being great replaced. Oh, sorry, that's TOS. Then they're being Legrand switcherooed by Hollywood directors in what's it called? In films, TV shows, and animation with people of ethnic and diverse origins. White gingers are being Legrand switcherooed. It's modern day magic, just keep it to a very bare minimum. I have to be a lot more vigilant in moderation here, as I just said, because this is my own personal YouTube channel. I may not be monetized yet, but I would like to be someday. Yeah, that's true. How would Harry feel right now? How would Big Harry feel right now? Le tutul substitution. Ginger lives do matter, indeed.
When you got 20,000 people in the room, it's hard to keep up when you're looking at a fucking screen. Go on, mate.
Yeah, lots of gingers have been replaced. I'm going to see if I can get someone to do a segment on it at some point. Yeah, Harry isn't actually a ginger. In bright sunlight, after lots of exposure to the sun, people with his hair color and also my hair color have the tendency for the hair to look a little more ginger after intense exposure to lots of sunlight. Like my beard goes a little ginger after I've spent a week abroad in a sunny country, but it goes back to normal almost immediately. There are ways of saying it, the big swap. Stop tomboy genocide. Stop the tomboy genocide, Hector X. Tomboys are being converted en masse into transgenders. They are being erased from history. Yeah, beards have the habit of doing that in sunlight. The police are doing a waiting game now. The real fireworks was earlier in the day. Let's see if something else happens. There's still a chance something more could kick off. No, nothing happening now. Yes, Hollywood has an agenda, Hypo, against attractive women. And attractive men, for that example. But I don't really pay attention to attractive men. It's mostly the attractive women I pay attention to, if I'm honest. When they're Legrand switcherooed out of all their roles, all of their prominent roles, that's when you can begin to notice. Oh, there seems to be some skirmish going on. Oh, Oh, they're going for it. Shield bash. Shield bash. I don't know what they hope to achieve. All they're doing is, like, bashing these riot shields. These impact-resistant plastic riot shields. Yeah, Henry Cavill getting the thick of it right now. He is in the thick of it, I mean. Just because he's aged a little bit. Although I'm looking forward to that Highlander film he's in. That looks really good. I saw the set photos for that. It looks like they're going all out for that. Very excited. Lots of people complaining, oh, he doesn't permanently look like Superman. Well, yeah, that's because training for Superman takes a lot of bloody effort. Yeah, Tommy has dodged a few particular topics recently. I won't delve any more than that into that here. Don't really have any personal thoughts on that. For the sake of my role as a producer for the Lotus Eaters, I'd rather remain neutral on some of these topics, if that's okay with you, chat. You are free to believe whatever you want. But I need to stay neutral with some of these big names in case I need to bring them onto the podcast, etc., etc. Andy, admittedly, I throw a fit when I have to suck in my stomach to take a nice photo. It's not that easy, especially when you suck it in, but you also, like, hunch your shoulders because you're not used to having to do that. Pulling in your core, I should say. Pulling in your core can do a lot for making a photo look a lot better. Especially if you've not the skinniest you've been in recent times. Oh dear. Oh gosh, I don't know if I'll ever go on the main podcast. Oh. No, that's not what I'm after. I don't intend to ever do that unless like everyone is ill or someone like dies and there's literally just like me and Stelios left in the office and we have no choice. But no, I'd never intend to go on the main podcast. Oh gosh, I would never fake something like that. I'd never fake a relationship or fake interest in someone. I'm not about that in the slightest. I will always have a limit as to what professional and personal means and the things that are things people do. Like there are actually no, I won't say anymore. At the moment, only premium content, yes. Some more of that might appear on your horizon very soon. No, you're not getting only Samson's Inquisitor. No only Samson's here. Oh, I'd go on Lads Hour. Easily go on Lads Hour. Just I'm usually the one producing it. Because I can sit back and relax. Usually. Well, I hope no one has any enemies here. We can all be friends in this chat. Oh, my YouTube studio has said we've had 500 views on this live broadcast. Fantastic. I think this is one of my biggest streams I've ever done, and all I'm doing is watching people go nuts. Cool, there's some proper South FC lads here. My favourite dinosaur. That's a tough one. I'd have to do a little bit of I'd have to sit back and do some dinosaur research, I'm afraid. I don't think I could answer that. We can do we can talk about strict dinosaurs in stream. We can talk about trains. We can do those topics. But no, you may see myself on a piece of premium content releasing this weekend. Although I don't know if the cameras have got me at a flattering angle. Yes, I need more protests to happen so I can sit and watch these in the evening. Great content. Although obviously I don't condone any form of violence. Obviously. I have to keep saying that. So if people will skip watching through, they find this in the future. I do not condone what's happening.
You said, hi, Mum, I'm famous. I'm here now. Now you are.
Nah, Brontosaurus is not the best random name. No, wrong. Wrong! Brontosaurus, wrong. Wrong. Yeah, this is why I love being behind the camera. Taking other people's photos is one of my passions. Being the director behind the camera, being the cinematographer, is what I actually love doing. That is my actual passion in the creative arts. Pointing the camera and operating it. Being in front of it, however, no. It's the reason I don't have a face cam activated for this channel, because I don't need it. It would probably boost the channel, allowing people to form more relationships with me parasocially, but I'd rather not, if I'm honest.
Let's have a look up here.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, next time I go to Japan, I've been given a list of vintage camera shops that I'd like to go and visit. I know that's quite nerdy, but I want to buy a proper old-fashioned Japanese film camera, both a video one and a camera one. Oh, young Bob, was he there? Did you see him on camera? Japan trip stream. Next time I go, if it's by myself, I'll do it. But the last 2 times I've been was with my uni mates, and they do not want to be anywhere near any content I make, even if it's associated with the right-wing internet YouTube. Next time I go, however, obviously that depends on when the fuel prices go down. Oh, going through photos. Yes, I can do that. You know what? I go abroad this weekend for the D-Day celebrations in Normandy. But after that, I'll be back that week, in the weekdays. I could probably do a Japan trip reminiscing stream then. It's going to take a little bit of preparation, because I'm going to have to download all the photos off Google Photos so you guys don't see private, personal things. I'm not just going to open my Google Photos on stream, so I'll have to download loads of photos, put them in a proper album or a slideshow. Then we can go through them on stream. France is abroad. I have to get on a ferry. 6-7 hours on a ferry across the English Channel. Get to spend money in the duty free. buy a small Lego set in the duty free.
The man that killed him. The family house.
Go to a French supermarket, buy loads of cheap cider.
That household, yeah. And then the murder happened down there. Huh? I don't know.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I might have to push back my Japan trip to next year. I'm not happy about that. I was going to go in September, August, maybe October, but I took no such photos, random name. And I never will. Oh, I'm not, definitely not in shape enough for that. Not that I ever would, even if I was in shape.
You ain't been hit again, have you? You're making a face like you've been hit again. I'm just holding the back of there just in case. Oh, mate. Bill, you off? You off? See you later, yeah.
No, people are there retreating. It looks like it's fizzling out a little bit. I'm not. Why? There's no way for me to prove it. That would involve me taking a photo of myself. And other than my face from a really complimentary angle, you're not going to see any photos of myself. No, 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 no. That's for my eyes only.
You will. You will.
No, properly getting dark now. It's almost completely pitch black here. Properly dusk. Oh, someone lobbed something. No, what's happening? Chanting? Grand, 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 grand.
A brick hit a member of the public in the back of the leg.
No, it's fizzling out. Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens, chat. Nothing ever happens. Because the policeman, I don't think they can. No, I'm not accepting any payment in exchange for pictures of me. No. I've got me morals. I ain't breaking those for Warhammer glue. Pictures of myself are reserved for myself. And or my future significant other. So just myself at the moment. Nothing you can offer me would get me to give a photo of myself away. There is no price I would currently offer or accept. I almost worked for the government. I almost worked for AWE, the Atomic Weapons, whatever it was, Atomic Weapon Energy Place or whatever it's called. The people who build all our nuclear things in the UK, so nuclear power stations, nuclear weapons, etc. Yeah, I never touch anything like that. It's completely I'm a complete OnlyFans hater. You're not going to find any sympathy from me for any whore selling images or videos of themselves doing anything on that website. Not worth it. Once that stuff is on the internet, it's on the internet forever. Yes, random name. I probably, if someone was selling pictures of myself behind my back on the internet, or to anyone, in fact, yes, that is a divorceable offence. I don't look for any qualities in a man, because I'm not looking for a man. So I can't answer that question. I've never thought about it, and never will think about it. I didn't work for the nuke place because apparently I didn't have enough experience, end quote, to meet the meet the requirements for the entry level job I applied for.
Still got loads of people here. Look at all the bricks and all the rubble everywhere, people. Look. Carnage. Absolute carnage.
I was going to say, Hector Rex, these corn stars who spend a decade of their life uploading thousands of videos of them having sex with multiple men over and over and over again to free websites, which any old schmuck can go on and download the videos of, and then in 10 years when they start a family go, now I regret that. No, part of that is your own fault. You willingly accepted that, even if you now say you were conned into it or the money was too good, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's not worth it. Job hunting was fucking awful. For the 2 years before I worked for Lotus Eaters, that was not a good time in my life. There was half a year in there where I basically just lied on the sofa doing job applications and nothing else. Just on the sofa, vertical, for half a year. Getting depressed because no one was accepting job applications. Even with 2 years of work experience as an independent videographer with an entire repertoire of videography, successful, paid-for videography work in my local town under my belt, I still just couldn't get a job. No one responded to any of the applications. AWE was one of the only ones who did, and even then I didn't succeed. That was frustrating. Oh, James, thank you for watching. Have a good night. Yeah, I can go to the hot springs. I don't have any tattoos. I never really intend to either. I barely like putting sun cream on. Men's preferences are very simple and very fickle.
Plenty of police bodies appearing.
At a certain point, most men don't actually have preferences, other than don't be a land whale and don't be like an evil, vindictive bitch. There's literally two things. Don't be an annoying H whore, and don't be a land whale. It's literally that easy. All you have to do is smile at a man. Oh,
Is that actually what they're doing? Change of the guard.
oh, what are they doing? They're rotating. They're rotating around. They're changing forces.
They're filling up the gap, yeah. Making it more girthy. Yeah. It's much thicker.
I don't think tonight is the night, Jim Newman. Unfortunately, I feel like the energy is fizzling out. Yeah, well, some guys see the money some of these OnlyFans girls are making and go, oh, I think it's probably worth it. Put up with her being a bit of a whore on the internet to live like a giga-luxurious lifestyle. And no, even with my expert camera skills, I would not do it. If I'm taking photos of my wife or significant other, those are for my eyes only. Or obviously, like normal social media, happy family photos that are not pornography. But I've got no sympathy for OnlyFans creators or the people who marry OnlyFans creators.
They're not going to do that, though. They're definitely not going to do that.
Well, it turns out I do care about character, hypo. At a certain point, I'm not even too fussed about overall appearance. All right, they're taunting. They're pushing the boundaries now. The people still here. These are the ones who are going to get arrested by the Starmer government. .698 views according to YouTube. Wow.
The worst thing for that
according to the YouTube Studio control panel. Oh, 700 views. Wow. Hello to anyone, any newcomers. We're currently waiting for things to kick off. There was a bit of violence earlier. The lines were clashing, but a lot of the protesters have now left, and we are waiting to see if something happens. They just rotated the guard, so the people who'd been standing there for about 2 hours rotated back around the police vans, and a new line of police officers has appeared. They have grabbed a couple people. Oh, they're amped up. Some of these guys are really amped up.
We don't go home. We're gonna stay there. Yeah. My brother's fucked again.
I don't know what's happening here.
We try best when we can, but he's a fucked again.
Oh, they've pepper sprayed some of these guys. Look, they're suffering. He's suffering from the pepper spray. What you get for getting too close. At a certain point, you have to realise the police have the weapons. They have the power to do these things. Almost midnight. No, it's only 10:15. Oh, they're rotating a little more. Oh, they're charging forwards. They're pushing the line forwards. Oh, is something going to happen? Are they going to move forwards? Are they going to try and grab some people? I reckon they're going to try and grab some people. Pepper, yeah, but it's not illegal for the police.
We're live here, bro. With 16,000 people, I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, it's only 17 past 10. There's still time for things to kick off, although I believe it won't. I think at this point it's not going to. I don't think it's going to.
Bob, all you do is videos. What are you talking about?
No, I mean like a piece to camera, which then shifts into the videos I have today. Because there's no like real like.
Black Ruser?
And also, I have
KFC with curly fries? I don't know what Black Ruser is. I assume you mean rooster. I had a McDonald's burger for lunch today, actually. Because I was running late from browsing the Warhammer shop. And I had no other choice but to get one of those new big tasty burgers without the cheese. And I had to run back to the office. Because we had Charlie Downs in the office today. And he wasn't intending to be on the main podcast, but I was like, you know what? Do you have time? I'll throw you on. Let's go. You know what? Why not? Charlie, come on the podcast. Fantastic. All right. Thanks for watching, Hector. See you next stream. Thank you for watching, everyone, by the way. It's good to see some new faces. Don't forget to like and subscribe, etc., etc. I do try to go live whenever these events happen. Especially when there's no other Lotus members live. I like to have a space open for people to join, discuss, and watch. When sometimes these events happen over weekends and things, and no one is available to be there immediately on scene. Yeah, American burgers and burger chains are really common. It's actually quite disappointing, really, because there's very few other forms of takeaway that's common. You've got shitty chicken shops, shitty kebab shops, Indian takeaways, or burger joints. It's literally those four.
We can't count the numbers.
KFC is quite good in the UK. Most kebab shops are not. They're run by money laundering Middle Easterners most of the time.
I don't live near London. So the fuck? But, I mean, I could get you a lift to Heathrow.
it's actually probably cheaper. Is it cheaper to get an Uber than to
What?
Cheaper to get an Uber than a hotel here, surprisingly. It's like £100 something for a night.
Put him in the boot. I can't put Bob in the boot.
I ain't even going to. Where in London?
Well, I live
Watford he wants to go.
Yeah, I live in Watford. But if anyone gets me close to London, it would be
I could drop you at King's Langley.
yeah. Fair enough.
As long as you don't get nicked between here and there.
There you go. Splooshi's giving him a lift. He's safe and sound.
That's all right. I can drop you in King's Langley.
Yeah,
I'm not going into Watford. Watford can fuck off. Simple as that. I'll get you to junction 20. Yeah? What the hell was that?
Oh, hello, Janvi. How's it going?
Oh, okay.
Hello to any newbies in the street.
Thing, but that,
Newbies watching. 800 views according to YouTube Studio. Fantastic. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
so young Bob's gonna give me his Uber money.
You take it and all.
Oh, is young Bob still there?
Look me dead in the face. Look me dead in the face. Of course I would.
I know you would. I know for a fact you would.
God, if young Bob survives tonight, I might send him a message.
Yeah, mate. I was laughing hysterically because I said, "Give it to me first," and I went, "Watch AY's face. I bet he thinks he's giving him a score." And you did. At first, you went, "Nah," because you thought he was giving you a score. Yeah. Yeah, no. And he went, "No, it's not."
Okay,
And you went,
as
"Oh," and you turned
as
it
a
over.
recap as to what's happening right now,
Yeah, and then I
the
said,
police are defending the Digwa family home.
back to back.
Young Bob is a young lad who spends a lot of time at some of these protests. He goes to Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park in London and goes on very pro-Christian rants, etc. Gosh, yeah, take a good break from work. We all need the break. We all need a break now and again. Hopefully, watching this stream with you guys is a good enough break. So, young Bob, he's a bit of an acquired taste. He's very young, as the name implies, and he's got a lot to learn. But I think in a couple of years' time, he'll get the hang of the game. He'll know. He'll figure out what he's doing. Oh, apparently there's a state of play, a PlayStation 5 state of play thing happening very shortly. Oh, if nothing's happening here, I might swap over and watch that. But I'll probably keep watching this for now. I can watch the state of play later.
Yes, Wes. Sorted it?
Yeah, the Muslim preacher corner.
Well, mate, I'm here. I might as well. Back's killing me, but yeah.
Every time, Hypo. Gets me every time. The body cam footage was horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. We watched the entire 2.5 minute released clip on the podcast today. I had not seen all of it. Last night, I saw a small amount of it. Went to bed feeling quite bad, but then woke up going, "Oh, we probably won't watch the entire thing." And then we watched the entire thing on the podcast, which was quite harrowing. Man, I want to buy a house as well, but that will probably not happen for a decade. Waiting for the housing market to crash. It is a haunting, iconic image, though. It will now be iconic. Honestly, don't watch it. Read a news article about it. You'll get everything you need to know from it. Do not need to watch it.
UFOs probing us.
It's got a RGB on the LED on here.
Fair enough.
So you can change the gamut and it will change the colour of it.
Oh, there's young Bob. There he is.
I think Keir Starmer has said that the full force of the law will be put on these people. So the thing is, Trey, I like new media. I like people recording. I've been taking pictures and doing it myself. But now officers are literally going.
No, there's still nothing happening. Still nothing's going to happen. Nothing ever happens.
And also as well, like this is just going to be used as ammunition. Because like you can see it on two levels, right? The right obviously going to say, right, police
This area here, as you can see now, has emptied out and we've just got a police line standing there at the moment. I'm not sure what their plan. I'm not sure what their plan is.
Are you not ashamed of your colleagues, though?
He does have quite a generic Anglo field tiller face. He should be pulling a plough in a field feeding pigs in 12th century England. Well, the crowd was a lot thicker about an hour and a half ago before I started the stream. But ever since I started the stream and it went from light to dark, a lot more people have left. Although their new facial recognition technology, which is probably scanning everyone's faces here, is going to... They're all going to be arrested. All of these people will be arrested. Just people sort of hanging around. I guess the only thing they can do is hold the defensive line. There's not enough angry Brits here to do a charge now. Again, I think it's going to fizzle out soon. What's happening right now? Nothing. Well, when I say nothing, the Federales, the riot police, are currently forming a defensive line in front of Vikram Digwa's family home. They are attempting to stop the protesters from getting there and doing some form of illegal vandalism or the like, or something along those lines. And the protesters are just sort of standing there. A lot of the people throwing bricks, etc., etc., causing the damage, doing the actual rioty bit, they have moved on. So actually, we're currently waiting for things to either fizzle out or something to happen. I did see a Polish flag being flown, and there was like an alt-right thing I think I saw as well. Some kind of like actually alt-right symbol. No, the English flag is not an illegal flag. No, 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 no. Although the fact that they're all sort of like moving back now, even the police seem a little less stressed. They're a lot less amped up. The crowd, the energy is dissipating pretty quickly, I think. I think most of the family has been arrested now because they were all technically accomplices to the crime of murder that was committed on Henry Novak. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Well, apparently, there may be some further sentencing that happens. Because the reaction around the country has been quite negative to the less than statutory minimum for these types of crimes. So I think more things will happen over the next week, if not in the next day or two. There's going to be more happening because this riot is going to fizzle out, and I don't think there'll be many more like this after tonight for a while, unless something horrific happens. Was that guy just doing a Nazi salute? What an asshole. Ruins it for everyone. Not the time and place, buddy. Just giving hope, not hate. And stand up to racism ammunition. Not that those ammunition will ever work on us. So apparently they have arrested a few people now. I just read something on my phone from Twitter that they have now arrested a couple of people. Some people have been beaten quite bloody. Yes, yeah. Look, there's another Austrian painter you guys can fall in love with, which is me. I'm a quarter Austrian. I do paint Warhammer miniatures. That makes me an Austrian painter. So you can direct that admiration towards myself instead. All right? That fair, chat? Is that fair? I think that's fair. I think that's much fairer. You won't get in trouble for supporting me instead of the historical Austrian painter. No, it's gone a bit quiet now. I think this is going to be what it's like for the rest of the night. Unless they do another push to increase their defensive perimeter, I don't think it's going to get any worse than this. I think it's going to be a little bit more... He's only going to die down and get a little staler. I think the action is over. We saw the real violent stuff earlier. You're not missing much, Luna, don't worry. Nothing really has happened since you dipped out for your work call. You're sort of waiting for something to happen, but it's not happening. See if anyone's posted anything in the work chat. No, nothing's really updated yet. We'll most likely talk about this tomorrow on the podcast, everyone. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that indeed. You can hear the helicopter overhead now. Oh, the guy on the right getting a little close. Fire alarm going off. Interesting. You know what? I'd hate to be in one of these houses on the left or right hand side. You can see someone peeking through the window in the top left over there. Oh, there's still quite a few people there, to be honest. But that defensive line of thug types is gone. They have dispersed. they're going to have to post a permanent guard around Vikram Digwa's house. Because that is going to be vandalised immediately when the police leave, if the police leave. No way that isn't happening. That house is now condemned. The property value is disappeared.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that like button, people. We are nearly at 40,000 subscribers. Rachel, thank you. Appreciate kind words there, mate. I do try my best for these streams as much as I can do. I will do.
Yeah, I'd be worried about my property. I mean, the amount of bins that have been destroyed today. I've seen so many bins thrown around.
And on the staircase earlier, trying to get you some good footage of the speeches.
Okay, Jack, you're correct. Oh, yeah. Property value probably went down. Yeah. I won't say the rest of that out loud. Yeah. You're not wrong. Especially if lots of them moved into all the houses around. What's the opposite term to gentrification? There must be a posh word for the opposite of gentrification, right? Why can't I not think of why am I not thinking of it? Chat, does anyone know what the opposite of gentrification is? There's some homework for you. What's the opposite of gentrification? Enshittification, that's a pretty good one. There's a multi-level meaning there. That has some really hyper-racist connotations if you really dig down into the subtext of enshittification. I won't elaborate on that. I'd like to keep my channel alive. Ghettoification, yeah. I mean, ification, like ghettoified. Maybe. I think it's going to peter out. I'm not sure this is going to go on for much longer. Unless they're going to stand here all night. Yeah, I feel like gentrification needs an opposing word. Enshittification. I like enshittification. That's quite a good one. There's a bit of meme potential hidden in there. Hidden deep down in there. Working from home must be so nice. Must be so nice sometimes. Unfortunately, I can never work from home, being the main producer for Load Ceases. I'm always on the production desk, meaning I cannot work remote. The writers and the presenters, they can all do it. They can work from home. Because obviously they're not on the podcast every day. And they're not always recording premium content, etc., etc. I think you're going to have a harder time finding remote jobs at the moment because lots of these big corporations are sort of seeing the economic writing on the wall and They are slowly reducing their massive work from home populations. I'd quite like to work from home once or twice, maybe once or twice a month. But I feel like I wouldn't be able to get much done. Because I have to work from my bedroom. I don't really have an office space in my dad's house. I mean, he's definitely not on the pro side, but he lets his employees do it. He certainly does let his employees work from home. I mean, there's some wider-reaching implications, like both for and against working from home. Yes, in the current climate, working from home is much safer, especially if you're with a young family. You don't want to be away from them for large periods of time. Big Harry is very on the pro working from home side of arguments. Oh, enjoy, Hypo. Yeah, a lot of the work from home jobs are scams. But then also, there are some second order effects of everyone working from home. Basically, oh, thank you for subscribing. But yeah, there are some second order effects of working from home, like high streets being decimated because no one is going out at lunchtime to buy coffees, buy food and snacks, supporting local businesses, buying things on their time off. That's not as popular as it was. Oh, we got some more men moving in. More lads moving up. I think they're going to move the line forward. Here it comes. Oh, something's about to happen, chat. I think something's going to happen. Something is going to happen. Oh, pay attention. Everyone, pay attention now. Pay attention.
No. Dispersal order. If they grab you now physically, they will drag you through there and put you in the back of a van. Who, me? Yeah, mate, if you're standing here, fair game.
Yep, dispersal order. Okay, it's over for them. If they get nicked now, it's over. It's over for him.
I know, twice. They've shouted it out twice now, that's it. Yeah, that's fair warning. There you go, that's fair warning.
Oh, here they come. They're charging. Run. Run. They're running. They're running.
Zero chance.
No, they're still going. They're still running. This is what we've been waiting for. No, they're trying to nab people. Oh, they've overextended. They've overextended. They've definitely dispersed some people down multiple routes now. Is that it? Did they get anyone? Did they manage to nab anyone? I can't tell if they managed to arrest anyone there. Are they still walking forwards? Are they slowly walking forwards? Why are you still provoking them, mate?
When they announce it as a dispersal order, if they say they've vocally announced that twice, that's fair warning now. So anyone...
Oh, wow. YouTube says 95 current viewers. Hello, everyone. Like and subscribe. Everyone like and subscribe. Now's your chance.
They nearly got Wes. They nearly got Wes. They nearly netted Wes.
Oh. No, okay. So they've moved the lines. The battle lines have changed. They've moved up across the crossroads here. Hello to everyone new. Hello to newcomers. Welcome, welcome.
Well, if you get stuck on the other side of them, you're getting nicked. So that's the outcome.
It is funny that dispersal orders come thick and fast when it comes to white protesters causing trouble, but when it's the Gaza lot doing it, no, 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 no. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Things are still kicking off. They are still kicking off indeed. The battle lines just shifted. They shouted dispersal orders at the crowd, and the line of riot police surged forward. I don't think they managed to capture anyone or arrest anyone. But I think things are getting to a fever pitch right now. I think the majority of the, quote, violence is over. But we're just watching the police expand their mop-up operation to try and end the current events.
Down the side, they're probably down the side roads each side. They've probably gone like, if they run that way, then police.
Yeah, dispersal orders when they have less numbers and they can actually deal with the amount of people. Very cowardly from the police. Obviously, I don't condone any forms of violence, YouTube. YouTube, I do not condone any forms of violence. Please don't strike me. Yeah, the burning wheelie bin was probably a highlight of the more violent aspects of the mini riot. A few smaller wheelie bins have been thrown at the police earlier, just when the battle lines were forming. But the burning wheelie bin was probably the only really fiery aspect of this one. I think a flare was thrown at the police or over the police earlier. But we're still waiting. We're still waiting.
Let's take a walk. Slow walk this way.
Ooh, hello to anyone else who's subscribing. Please feel free to subscribe, like the video, and donate if you are enjoying the content. Every little bit of support currently helps me, keeps the channel going.
Always bloody is.
I do try to go live, especially when no other load seasons can do so.
Enjoy the copyrights, people. They're coming.
Orcification. Ah, I like that one. Orcification. These people are an invading army of orcs. That's very good. Maybe someone has retweeted or something. Hello, well, hello to anyone who has just appeared. To be honest, as riots go, this was quite embarrassing. An embarrassing little shit one. This was nowhere near the level of Southport.
That's eventful for a Tuesday evening, that's for sure.
Oh, young Bob again. Yeah, I think I think it's over now. I think people have sort of seen the limits of what is going to happen. Yeah, I think this guy is ending his stream. Chat, I think it's over. I think this is it, chat. I think we're done for the evening. Yeah, the numbers are gone. That last police charge dispersed the main groups of people, and anyone staying now is actively disobeying proper dispersal orders. So yeah, I think it's over. I think, yeah, and this camera guy is going to leave. So yeah, I think that's the end of it, chat. If this camera guy's leaving and everyone else is walking away, I think, yeah, people are dispersing properly. The energy is gone. The riot troops are dissipating, so I think we're reaching the end of this.
Brenda, thank you, appreciate that.
Oh, I don't know where he's trying to go. Innocent bike rider. No, he's noping out. Yeah, look, everyone's walking up now. Oh, of course, the government will move heaven and earth, Jack, to protect the dick rams. The media is going to pick this up. The far-right Nazi protesters. You'll see tomorrow morning when all the headlines come out, it'll be far-right. Sorry, hold on a second.
The far-right Nazi protesters have come out again in force
To do violent protests. Oh, the police are marching up. They're continuing to disperse. Yeah, I think it's time for a full retreat now.
The police followed their procedure and they are moving to arrest people. Yeah, see?
Here they come.
Don't be a dick. Well, keep your head above water. Don't be a dick. And stay humble.
In terms of overall event, this is probably... Oh, that's our content. The stream just ended, chat. That's it. It's over. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can... Southampton. Let me see if I can find another stream. Here we go. Here's another one. Is he ending as... He can't be ending as well, can he? Is this guy... Is he ending? Is it over? Yeah, he's just ended as well. The police have moved up. Right, chat. I don't know who that is. Stormwatch? Storm Chasers. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for. Right, chat. Chat, we're done. I think that's it for tonight for the current happenings. I think we're going to have to leave it there. Yeah, I think we're done here for tonight. That was the current happenings. Not much really happened in the grand scheme of things. Let me see if I can go back to it. Let me open up the window again. Yeah, I've never seen that. I've seen that audits guy once before, but it was a bit annoying when I first saw it. No, brilliant. Thank you all for watching, everyone. I appreciate all the increased viewership compared to what I usually get. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and or subscribe if you've enjoyed this stream. A little place to hang out for you guys, especially if you're Load Seaters fans. Feel free to stick around, stick a subscribe on, like, hit the notification bell. If you would like to see more of this stuff every time events happen in the world, please feel free to stick around. Subscribe, like, you know the drill. Also, there is a donation link in the description below if you would like to support me a little bit more. I'm going to end this particular stream, this physical stream. I may go live again in about 10 minutes to watch the PlayStation State of Play thing. So if anyone wants to stick around and check my channel in about 10-15 minutes for a new stream link, please feel free. But this will be the end of tonight's politics and happening stream. So thank you very much for watching this particular stream. I may be back in about 10-15 minutes. How far do we... Okay, I don't think this one's going to go as far as Southport. All this is going to do is cause Starmer to do more. Starmer, Lord Hermer, etc. Shabana Mahmood to do more crackdowns, which we'll see in the next couple of days. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. But thank you, everyone, for watching. I may be back in about 10-15 minutes. So if you're a regular viewer, please feel free to... refresh the page in about 10-15 minutes. Otherwise, I'll see you later, either for another stream tomorrow, or I might have to wait till next week because I'm going to Normandy for the D-Day celebrations this weekend, meaning I won't be able to stream. But yes, I will be back soon, or in about 15 minutes. So thank you everyone for watching, and I think that's the end for tonight's happenings. Things happened, but they also didn't really happen. Nothing ever really happened. So yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'm going to end this one here as well. Like, subscribe. Please subscribe. If you're here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. You know the drill. More streams will happen. If more things kick off, I will be back live, providing more excellent coverage, more excellent discussion. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next stream, maybe in 15 minutes, maybe next week. See ya.